the apostles are quoting the Old Testament, they are actually bringing light to what was said before by God was going to happen, cannot change just because the apostate church wants it to change. So he was quoting Deuteronomy 18 verses 15 to 19, and that's all about the job of what the Messiah is going to do that God ordained long ago. It's really good to read the whole book of Deuteronomy with an understanding that Deuteronomy means the second instruction, and you will notice verses like Deuteronomy 29:1 that there was a different covenant. One was at Horeb and one was in Moab, which is the Sinai, which was added because of transgression to the law. This is what Galatians 3:19 is talking about. Read it for yourself. And when you read Galatians, understand that when Paul is first approaching the circumcision law, which is you can lump together with circumcision law equals Levitical law, which equals the law of Moses. It's got different names, but the covenants that are ordained of old, which is Ephesians 2, these covenants ordained of old that cause us to no longer be called Gentiles, we now get grafted into the commonwealth of Israel to walk in the ways that God ordained long ago. And that was what Israel did wrong. As soon as they were given, and they made a verbal agreement, and you can see this because back to Deuteronomy 18, Messiah is going to teach everything that was said at Mount Horeb before the sacrificial law was added, when the people spoke up and said, we will do this. And then you go to Deuteronomy 5, verses 1 to 22, and it goes through the Ten Commandments, tells you that this is the covenant that was promised to Abraham, and that by the time you get to verse 22, it says, and nothing else was added, and he added no more. So when I discovered that in my walk, my journey a while ago, I'm instantly like, the Spirit works on your heart, and I'm very aware that there was much added after that. But that's not what it's saying. It's saying the Messiah is going to come and teach to the point where nothing else was added. That's the refreshing of the covenant, and the sacrificial law, the time of that punishment has been removed by the Messiah. That was the good news, and you can see that in Acts 15. Don't put these burdens onto the Gentiles. Even our fathers couldn't do them. That's what it's talking about. So, and then Acts 15 is another good place to understand that the apostles said, stop doing Christmas and Easter, stop fornicating, stop touching blood, and stop eating things with blood in it. It's referring to the covenants of old. So, and then the next verse is in a nutshell telling you, now go and learn what Moses said about the Messiah. It's taught in the synagogues every Sabbath day. So the priests would sit on the seat of Moses and they would just read the word of God. So that's where Christ says, do what they say, don't do what they do, right? The Pharisees, when they're reading his word, do what it says. But put your listening ears on so that you can hear it.